Hi, I'm Rebecca from Little Adventure Shop, and in this video I'm going to compare the Osprey Poco with the Osprey Poco Plus baby carrier. Okay, so these are the two top of the range baby carriers from Osprey. You've got the Osprey Poco and the Osprey Poco Plus, and in this video I'm going to really focus on what the differences are between the two carriers. So if you want a really in-depth review of either the Poco, please click here and you'll get a lot more information on. Likewise with the Poco Plus, we've done a video purely on this. If you click here, you'll get a lot more information on the Poco Plus. Okay, so let's start just by talking about the weights of the carriers. So the Poco weighs 3.5 kilos and the Poco Plus weighs 3.6 kilos. So really there's not a lot of difference in the weight. If you want that in pounds, you've got 7.7 versus about 7.9 pounds. So not a lot to talk about there. And then if we just quickly show you the inside, the pod, if you like, where the baby stays, in here, again, totally identical between the carriers. So harness, removable dribble pad, and the adjustability of the seat, they're identical between the two, as is the sunroof, which is just tucked away in here. They're exactly the same between the two carriers, so not a lot to choose from there. Right, I'm just going to turn them around now and we'll talk about the carrying the harness from the adult perspective. So starting at the top, it's exactly the same adjustment for the, whoops, just get these in the right place, exactly the same adjustment for the shoulder straps here, and you've got the same mesh system, so you've got the same ventilation, nothing to choose from there. If we just look at the hip fins, there is a slight difference here. With the Poco, you've got a single piece hip fin with a mesh pocket, and with the Plus, you have this adjustable hip fin. They call it fit on the fly. So you can, this section here is adjustable. You can either push it in or pull it out to give you a bit more fabric, a bit more padding to go around the hips. The other difference with the hip fins is the storage here. You'll see you've got a zip pocket here and a zip pocket here, so there's a bit more security on the hip fin pockets. And also tucked away in here, which is quite handy actually, is a little mirror so that you can, when you're wearing your carrier, you can hold it up and see your baby, see if they're fast asleep or not. So that's the main differences there. Another slight little tweak with the Poco Plus is you have this mesh pocket here, which is to tuck away the nozzle from a hydration sack, but they're both hydration bladder rather compatible. So yeah, just that little pocket there. Okay, now let's talk about storage. I'm just going to turn them around again so you can see the back, which is where most of the storage happens. Now, the Poco, this one, has 20 litres of storage, and the Poco Plus has 26 litres of storage. So this is where the big difference is, really. And as you can see from here, I hope, the underseat pocket with the Poco is kind of slopes away like this, whereas with the Plus, they're using the whole area. So if you really want to carry a lot of extra kit along with your child, then you've got a lot more storage under seat here. There's another little pocket that's not so easy to spot, but if you see here, you've just got a little pocket here, which is just for like a cell phone, mobile phone, and a mesh pocket here. With this, the Poco Plus, you have the same pockets, but you also have this pocket here, which is actually quite sizable. If I just open that up, you'll see it runs all the way down there and up to here. I'd say probably about 2 litres capacity in that pocket alone. So that's a major difference there. So really, I think you're getting an extra 4 litres perhaps on the under seat compared to the Poco, and then you've got this extra pocket up here, gives you an extra roughly 2 litres. Having said that about the storage, there's one thing to consider here, which is when you pop this Poco on, you can easily close this bit down, so when you're carrying it, it has a profile that looks like this. Obviously you can still use this underseat storage quite effectively. With the Poco Plus, you can compress it down, but if you've really packed that out, you're not going to be able to do that. So I would say if you're thinking about urban use, maybe this carrier would be more handy because you've got a slightly slimmer profile when you look at it sideways on. Oh, just one other pocket that I forgot to mention that the Poco Plus has is this mesh pocket here, which you've got one on both sides, and that's quite handy for keeping water bottles and things tucked in, so you can easily grab them. So fundamentally, they are the same carrier, based on the same frame. Really, the Poco Plus is all about a bit more storage, a few little tweaks on the sort of the security of the hip belt fins. Yeah, so hope this helps. It's not a lot of difference in there, but it might just tilt the balance either way. And if you've got any questions or I've forgotten anything, put it in the comment section below. Many thanks.